Hi. Oh, welcome back. Hey, it's good to see you. I know what you're thinking, Jordan. You sound awful. I feel awful. I've got the suds.
Oh, who am I kidding, Gary? I've got the suds, no doubt about it.
I've got the suds. But yeah, I wasn't gonna record today because, I feel awful. Well, okay. It's not that I don't feel good. It's not that I don't feel bad. I just don't feel good. So, but yeah, I was going to make a drawing anyways. So I figured why not just work on a little watercolor and hang out. So, I hope you don't mind me being sick, but, yeah, we're going to do that. Also, you know the rules. Get your stuff out because we're gonna make stuff together. Y'all, I be feeling so crazy for feeling like I gotta make art when I don't even feel that good. But what would someone in the NBA do? You know what I mean? Which, speaking of the NBA, I have a prize I've been gifted for my anniversary. So we'll deal with that later in the video. But yeah, this is my art flu game. This is so stupid, dude. Art is so powerful. I just finished playing Cyberpunk 2020 or 2077 or whatever it is. That game is so good. It's so good. Cause he good. And now I'm playing The Last of Us. And that game be having me on the edge of my seat, screaming, ready to cry. I love it. I hope my art can do that one day. Make people feel stuff. Jesus. I figure since I've been consuming a decent amount of citrus today, I'd make a little watercolor of the lemon and the orange, whatever. Also, so I'm the kind of person to where if I love something, I play it nonstop. And so I've been listening to the new Bad Bunny nonstop, but more specifically, the song Debí Tirar Más Fotos. That song is a banger and a half, and I absolutely understand why he's the biggest in the world. Like, he is a different beast. I love that guy. So, what do y'all do when you're sick to kind of heal yourself instantly? Let me know down below. I could use some remedies. I'm cooked, y'all. I might not even go to work tomorrow, for real. But if I don't go to work tomorrow, I'm gonna draw. Can't nobody tell me not to. Let's see. But yeah, there's nothing worse than the onset of sickness and you're in denial the entire time. You're like, nah, I'm not getting sick. There's no way. It could never happen to me. I'm good. I'm one of the chosen few who it can't happen to me. And then day 2, you're like, I feel a little worse than yesterday, but nah, it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's them other niggas. It's not me. And then by the end of day 2, morning day 3, your whole world turned upside down, bro. You can't even use your nose. You got toilet paper in your nose hole trying to stop it from dripping down. You're looking crazy. And that's me. That's been me these past couple of days. And I've been trying to, thug it out. But I'm not a thug, y'all. And I need soup, which I just had. My girlfriend just made me some soup. She was fire. If you could get an IV of soup so you could just constantly not feel bad, I would do that. Honestly, what would that do to somebody if you just had an IV of soup? An IV of soup, you'd probably die, right? That's so crazy. Don't make me laugh, y'all. I feel bad. And anytime I'm sick, I just think damn, bro, I used to not be sick. And when I'm not sick, I don't even think about being healthy. And I kind of talked about this when I cut my hand, but yo, man, I really take for granted my health. Because you know what it is, bro? You just be walking around unbothered, not worried about what these niggas got to say. Oh, he's sick. Yeah, so what? It could never happen to me. And it happens to you, and now you're like, everyone pay attention to me, please. I don't feel good. It's cool, though. But I hope y'all's weekend has been going better than mine. I hope y'all got outside and like smelled the air. It's a little green, right? I've been having a ton of fun doing these little still lives, even though, you know, like they aren't super serious or super finished or whatever. I really just like just sitting down and looking at stuff and drawing it or painting it, I guess. And it just kind of keeps me engaged, which is the ultimate goal, is to just, I need to get like a little watercolor palette. Yo, do any of y'all paint with watercolors? Do y'all got like a nice little watercolor setup? Can y'all recommend me something so I could feel like a big boy? I mean, I could probably go out and get something, but I'm just curious, like, what y'all are using. Like, I'm pretty sure this little setup I'm using is like from Michael's. You know what I mean? Like, it's something, I originally got this so I could just go outside and make watercolors, and like, they're cool or whatever, but I foresee myself like being big into this in the future. In the future, starring Jordan. Dude, I don't know. There we go. You know, I should probably be like laying down resting. But I think it's just super important. Like, I feel like I always talk about like, oh, you gotta be engaged with the work. Like, you gotta do the thing. You gotta sit down and like do it. And I feel like that's what this is. It's like me holding myself accountable and being like, all right, bro, like, say you're a professional, like, okay, show me, you know? So with that being said, like, if I'm sick and I can get up and like do a little watercolor sketch, you can do the thing that you've been kind of putting off. I'm not trying to make you feel bad about it, but I'm trying to make you feel bad about it, so you do it. You know what I mean? Cause I fuck with you. Cause I fuck with you. Oh my days. But yeah, really, y'all. I think the worst part about being sick for me is like feeling like I only have access to 10% of my brain, and so I'll be trying to do stuff and it don't connect for me. Like, I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time anyways. But when I'm sick, I really don't know what I'm talking about. So now I guess we go back in and we darken up our shadows. That makes a lot of sense. What do you guys like painting? Or like, not painting, but like, what do you like what do you like working on? Or like, do you have like a favorite like subject? I've been looking at a lot of Chardin. You know, I'll put some of his work on the screen right now. But I've been trying to teach myself how to do really good, or not really good, but like, I guess the classical setup of what would you call it? Classical setup of a still life, and just sort of how to do that. And so far, so good. I haven't sat down and been like, okay, this is the day where I'm just gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna make a crazy still life. For some reason, I feel like I end up having this belief where it's like, okay, you need to have the perfect scenario or perfect setup for it, and that's just like not the case. You know, like, if anything, the painters who came before me just kind of like worked on whatever, you know, and I could definitely like apply their thinking to my stuff. You know, maybe that's like a modern way of just like thought, where you just feel like you have more time, and you know, you'll just get to it later. But that's like, you know, that's such a luxury, you know, especially, I mean, you know, people live to be like in their 80s now. Back in the day, they were dying at like 27. Nigga be 27. They're like, oh my God, he was so old. Yeah, wow, yeah. You live to be 42. They think you're a demon. So I guess I say all of that to at least tell myself, but you too, is just like, you know, you don't know how much time you have to do anything. So if you think about it, just do it like in the moment. Cause that's why I'm painting right now. Cause I was like, I should paint. So here I am. You know, cause even this will take me like 20 minutes, maybe less. You know what I mean? And like the whole point of me doing this isn't to make like a super pretty finished like study or still life. It's just to like, which honestly feeds back into the Bad Bunny album with like, you know, just I should have taken more photos, should have been, I just, you know, who I didn't know that this thing or this place I love was going to turn into this, and I was going to lose it. And so, you know, don't forget to be present in your life. Don't be a bystander. Do the things you say you want to do when you can do them. Note to self. Note to you. Dude, I don't know how I'm going to get this orange. Maybe if I like throw some red in it. Because this orange is like intense. There it is. Look. There it is. Look. Yeah. I took a little break so I could let this dry. And I was looking at the camera. This looks green. It's not green. It's not green. It's not green. But I'm going to try and fix that. But it doesn't look half bad. Yo, I'm starting to like watercolors, bro. These types of... I might have to bust out the gouache to really like... I don't even know how to... Let me just... yeah, I think this is like as finished as I'm going to make this. Because it was just, you know, like the point wasn't to make like a whole damn thing. And if I sit here much longer, I'm going to make a thing. And that is not why we're here, y'all. Okay, so we got this little watercolor situation. I'm gonna get ready to go outside. I'm sick, but I'm not so sick where I can't go outside and enjoy myself. Especially when it's a beautiful gift. So I'm gonna bring y'all with me. I'll see y'all in a sec. So this is our second, oh, sorry, touching the mic. This is our second Knicks game. I think I went 2-3 years ago for my birthday. We are so high up, we could talk to God. But that's okay. Next Knicks game, we're going to be on the floor. We're going to touch the hardwood.
Sometimes you can believe, and sometimes you only can believe.
Oh my God, ask me that I'm family here. Yes. Yes.
Wait, you want to carry over? Yeah, I'm gonna see you guys there.
Hey, hope it's not too windy for you to hear. But yeah, so I'm on my lunch break and I'm going back to the MoMA because last night after the Knicks game, I just was really inspired, even though I wasn't feeling super good. I just thought, you know, I don't know, something about seeing people who do something at the highest level of their field really makes me want to achieve more for myself. And so I thought, okay, I know I got to be at work tomorrow. I know I can make some drawings or whatever, but like, what can I do to push myself? And so I was just like, okay, we're going back to the museum. So that's what we're doing right now.
So just left the MoMA, and while I was pleasantly surprised that there's a new exhibit on design in the 20th and 21st century, I was a little disappointed that we see designers like Margiela and Telfar, and even Virgil Abloh for his CDJs, but no Kanye West, which, like, as controversial or like political as it may be, the man deserves to be at exhibit 100% with all the things that he's designed and that he's given us. But hey, who am I? Especially since I think the theme of the show was like designs that are ubiquitous, and if the foam runner is not one thing but ubiquitous, I don't know what else is. So I don't know. It's kind of makes me feel away a little bit. I won't lie.
Okay, so I'm back home after leaving the museum, and I left the museum. I left the museum and I went to work, and I was just thinking, I need to go home and paint. After seeing the basketball game, or after seeing the Knicks, and after seeing Picasso and Virgil and Margiela, and honestly, all of these creatives, I thought, what would they do when they got home from work? Would they go to bed after eating 3 delicious tacos after an episode of Severance? Probably not. So here I am in the studio. But before I start painting, by the way, we're going to work on the big painting. I've come to a solution. Maybe not a solution. I've realized the error of my ways, but I'm not working on the hands today. You can't make me, so I'm not going to. But while I was leaving the exhibition at MoMA, the design exhibition, I was thinking, Kanye West deserves to be in this. Sorry, Ye deserves to be in this. And I don't care what you think, right? Like, politically, whatever you think, that's fine. Like, everyone deserves to have their own beliefs. But like, what he's done for design in this age, over the past 20 years, no one has been more influential than him in design. He's the reason we had the Balmain biker denim. He's responsible for leather joggers. He is responsible for every foam slide looking exactly the same. The Air Yeezy at Nike, the Yeezys with Adidas. Like, and honestly, I think he's onto something with the $20 that he's charging for a piece of clothing from his new, it's not a new brand, but from the Yeezy brand. Like, regardless of how you feel about him, the man's an innovator. And I think that his design language should be in that exhibition. Let me know what you think down below. I'd love to hear it. I know what you're also thinking. Jordan, your voice doesn't sound as crazy as it did yesterday. Thank you. I've been trying to take care of myself, talk less, drink more tea. But with that being said, I'm gonna open my palette box. I know all that paint is about to go to waste, so let's just like rip the Band-Aid off. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with here. Oh my God, Jordan, why would you do this? I didn't even like try to clean up after myself. Oh, wow, dude. I was over it last time I painted. I remember all those feelings. Yeah, all right. That's super cool, man. That's super cool. Mistreating myself right here. This is crazy. Be better than me, y'all. Clean up your paint after yourself. But it does look pretty. That's actually my favorite row to scrape up. This top row right here. Jesus. But yeah, so today or tonight, we're gonna work on, I was thinking a couple years ago, I made some rules for myself to just help me put stuff into perspective. And one of those rules was to never give up, but know when to move on. And so I'm not giving up on the hands. I'm just moving on for right now. So with that being said, I'm going to move on to the interior of her skirt, and we're going to work on the Temple of Dendur. And if you don't know what or where that is, it's a archaeological, I think I said that right, archaeological site, or it's a temple that has been moved from Egypt to Manhattan, and it's in the Met Museum. And the girl that I'm painting, her name is Sophia. When I interviewed her, she said that that was her place. So that's the place, which is really interesting because on this project, I haven't done any interiors, and technically, I mean, I don't really know where this falls in the technicality side of things because, like, who cares? It's mine. Like, anything can be anything. Like, I kind of make the rules here. But yeah, so I'm painting a building, the exterior of a building inside of a building. I know. It's weird. It's cool. But I'm excited. I'm a little nervous because buildings and stuff like that kind of stress me out. But I'm going to go into this with an open mind. And since it's late enough, if I feel like giving up, I'm going to pop some NyQuil and I'm out of here, bro. I won't even remember it. I'll have severance myself. I'm sorry. I've literally only watched one episode and I'm already like, I'm hooked. Why didn't anyone tell me that this show was this fire? Funny enough, at the Knicks game last night, at the Knicks game last night, Ben Stiller was there. And I was fanning out. I'm like, it's him. It's Gaylord Falker. Oh my God. And then I remembered. I was like, oh my God. He directs. I think he's a producer on Severance too. But it was really exciting to see him. Do you see how hard this is for me? I repeat, do not leave your paint to sit out for a week. I'm like sweating. This is fucking bullshit, man. Like, when you come back to setting up the paint already sucks. But like the added this on top of it, you think I would have learned my lesson, because this isn't the first time I've had to deal with this, but here we are. I had to make sure I was recording because I've had enough mistakes these past couple of weeks to just have it in the back of my mind. I have this nagging anxiety that I forgot to push record. I'm gonna get this cleaned up and then we'll start putting on the paint. Personally, I feel like the worst part about recording in the wintertime is having to deal with the slight chill from outside. This is cool. Yeah. So I actually don't anticipate this session. I don't anticipate this session being too long. I was inspired by today and yesterday's events, and I just wanted to feel like I was doing something to make some headway towards my dream. I forgot what I was talking about, y'all. No. This feels too dark. I feel like I'm gonna have to brighten that up. I think one of the biggest things that I've sort of learned over my years as like trying to pursue the life of being a professional artist is, you know, when you try to hold on to something, when you try to hold on to something longer than might be necessary, you end up hurting yourself. And so I promised myself I would make a rule where I would move on from something but not give up, because I don't necessarily believe in giving up for myself. But if others want to do that, that is fine. But for me, I feel like that's just not how I'm wired. It makes me anxious, actually. I feel like I need to complete a thing, you know? So I think what will satisfy me this evening is if I work on, I want to work on the shadows of this, working on the I work on the shadows of this building, and then when I wake up tomorrow, I'll sort of I'll have some fresh eyes and sort of and be able to see where I want to go with this. But for right now, I just want to, and it feels nice, honestly, to move around the painting. My mentor, he has this saying of things will take you as long as you let them. And I was working on the hands for like 2 weeks. Y'all saw it. And granted, hands are hard. It didn't have to be all that. But I was letting it because I felt like I needed to get it right there. But this is a big painting, and there are other areas that deserve attention. And I'm not gonna like deny the rest of the painting the opportunity to be completed because I feel like I didn't get one part right. Anytime I go into a museum, I get so inspired, just like from looking at the history aspect of it, from the history to just like, the idea that I'm going to be in a museum one day. And that might sound crazy to some people, and that is totally fine. But I believe in speaking what you want into existence, and I'm going to have that. So I got to get used to feeling it, which is partially why I'm just like always in the museum. I'm feeling what it feels like to be acquainted with it. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting painting. These colors are it's so gray in here. So I'm gonna call it there for the night. To the human eye, it might look like I didn't do much. I didn't, but that wasn't the point of this. The whole point of me even sitting down, setting up the paint, and cleaning off my palette and putting down a few colors was just to get into the mood and the mindset of just keeping my habit of just making artwork every day. Even if it's for 10 minutes or 10 hours, I just want to stay locked in. No, I just want to keep that habit up. It's like a muscle, and I'm just trying to train it to where if I don't make art, I feel weird. So, today was just more of a spiritual victory. But also it felt nice to move down on the painting and work on something that wasn't so daunting and terrifying. So, it's been cool. But if you made it this far, please type down below, keep up. You know what? Type down below, make good habits. Because that's what we on. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, yesterday, and tomorrow. I'll see you soon. I'm waking up early in the morning to paint. So I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know when I'll upload that video. I'm working on like 2 videos right now. One is it's a book review, and I'm going through it chapter by chapter. So whenever that comes out, I hope you guys like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys again soon. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night or morning. Who knows when you're watching this? But if you are watching this, thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Peace.